What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Jay once again. Like, subscribe. Listen up, man. It's almost about that time. Almost about that time. That we receive raises. A raise. It'll be next month. And there's a lot of talk about the raise. A lot of guys are upset because they feel that we should get a better raise. I think last year? Yeah, last year we got a little bit of raise. The year before that, we got a raise on the bonus that we get, payroll bonus. So the bonus went up like I think 3%. A lot of people are mad at that because it's a bonus. So if you don't deliver all your product, you make a lot of mistakes, you can potentially lose that bonus. So a lot of guys like, that's not right. We get paid by the weight in the miles, so the miles went up a couple cents. The weight went up a couple cents. A lot of people are just upset. I keep talking about, inflation's going up, inflation's going up, inflation's going up. But I always tell people, man, I used to be that type of person that complain all the time, go crazy, man, god dang. But I always tell people, man, I look at it as this way. When I got into trucking, when I got my CDL, it was a come up for me. The most money I ever made in my whole entire life when I got my CDL. At age, what was it, 38? Most money I ever made. I'm in food service. Manual labor, run up and down the ramp, digging, twisting, run up. It is what it is. But making good money. That's a choice that I took upon myself. No one made me do it. No one made me not go to college. No one made me go out there and take, another trade or whatever. I chose to not pay attention to school, graduated, didn't have nothing to do, got tired of just working at a warehouse, not making a lot of money. So I ended up getting hired over here as a driver helper, introduced to get my CDL. Boom, I did it. Made more money than I ever made in my life. And since I've been driving for this company, I have made more money each year, or the same, no less. But the way I look at things is just like, if we get a raise, we get one. If we don't get a raise, I don't really worry about it. Because I'm not the owner of the company. I'm not the CFO. I'm not none of them, the higher ups. I don't work in corporate. So I can sit here and say that I know that they're making a whole bunch of money. But I don't know how much money they're dishing out. Weekly, monthly. I don't know what their budget is. So I can't sit here and say, man, I know, man, they're making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. And they paying us peanuts. Dude, man, hey, this is what we signed up for. We signed up to work for a company. They're paying us a portion of salary. And that's it. They're going to pay us what they said they're going to pay us. There's room to make more money by working your days off. See, I would say to myself, I would say to people, I would think to myself, like, you know what, man? Everybody's struggling here. Ain't nobody really making no money. Everybody working on their day off. But we got a whole bunch of guys that don't work on their days off. I know a guy right now, I've been there 9 years. I think he's been there, 18, maybe 20 years. But since I've been there, he's never, well, I won't say never. Since I've been there, he's maybe worked 3 times on his day off. He runs a 3-day route. Run down south, back and forth. 3 days. Working between 15 and 18 hours a day. And that's it. Very humble guy. Very humble guy. And I mean, one time he was saying, when he heard a lot of guys complaining, one time he was telling him, he was like, man, you know, a lot of these guys are complaining, they need to cut back on their lifestyle. Got a bunch of car notes, you know, lavish things. So when it come time to raise, or when it come time where it's not that much extras right now because it's a little slow, a lot of guys are complaining and they're going crazy. People got to understand that when you work for a company, you're not obligated for a raise. They don't have to give you no raise. You know, that raise, they might tell you, you want a raise? Your raise might be start your own company, or maybe go to the next step, and meaning go climb the corporate ladder, get into management, this and that. You want a raise. With truck drivers, work food service, you always have a cap on everything. Even when you start a business, not start a business, but when you start at certain companies, there's always a cap in that position. Starting rate and the ending rate for that position. Now, if you want more than that, then you have to level up your skills. Now you got to take it to the next step. It's always a cap. People don't realize that. It's always a cap. So if you want more than what you're getting, you got to take that next step. In these time and days, man, you have to live below your means too, man. Everything's expensive. Everything's expensive. Your wages are not going to be the same with inflation. Inflation is going to go up, but it's not like your wages are going to go skyrocket. Inflation goes skyrocket, don't mean your wages got to go skyrocket. That's not how the game is played. No. So, hey, man, we just gotta. If you're still working, you still got a job, you gotta be thankful you're working. Stop complaining. Stop looking for that raise. If you're supposed to get a raise coming up, y'all get it, that's a plus. Y'all don't get it, it's still a plus, because you know why? You're still working. You haven't lost any money, meaning your job is not cutting your hours. In my instance, my case count on the route that I have, my case counts are low. So we get paid by the weight of the truck. So the weight's been low. But the last few weeks, I've been getting extra stops. So now my weight go from being low to being, now I'm busy. Yeah, it sucks because I'm getting extra stops that don't belong to me, that are possibly sometimes out of the way. But you have to look at this on the plus side. Look at the way. Look on the plus side. The plus side is, yes, it's the case count's low on my route, but the plus side, I'm not losing no money. That's the plus side. Before I used to get mad, like, oh my gosh, man, you got these add-on stops. They're 30 minutes out of the way. It's adding an extra hour and a half. But then I look at this like, okay, what if I didn't get that? What if I didn't have that? You know? What if I didn't have that? What if I'm going out light every day? Now I'm, really losing money weekly. But now I'm not losing any money. I'm gaining money. So, you gotta be thankful, man. You get a raise, that's a plus. You don't get a raise, don't worry about it. Don't complain about it. Be thankful you're still working. If you're still able to go clock in or whatever, clock in, clock out, be thankful that you're still working. Don't complain about that raise. Don't rely on that raise. If you want a raise, learn how to level up. If you can get another position where you can level up, where you can get more money, if you want more money, or start your own business, or whatever the case is, do not rely on your company or that business giving you a raise. If they do, it's a plus. If not, hey. All right? Like, subscribe. Hey, I'm about to get out of here. As you can see, it's raining out here in the Sunshine State down here. Get out here and get these cases thrown. Get delivered safely, sound. Thank God, still working, living, breathing. Good, bad, regardless. Because it's a crazy world. So, if you're working, be thankful. Keep your head up. Go to work. Do your job to the fullest. Go home. Love your family. Live life. Stay prayed up. And like I say, if you're not happy where you at, find a way to level up and move on. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.